welcome to the fifth lecture of the Nature Matters video lecture series offered by the Postgraduate Department of English, Kannur College, Kannur. This lecture is based on the short story The Rightful Inheritors of the Earth, written by Vaikom Basheer, which is included as the fifth lesson of the textbook Nature Matters, Readings on Life and Nature, prescribed for the second semester UG Common Course students of Kannur University as course 2A03ENG. About the author. Vaikom Sultan Vaikom Basheer was a freedom fighter, humanist and Malayalam writer. He wrote short fiction, novels, and many of his works were made motion pictures that are still shining atop the big screen entertainment. His conversational style of writing, often filled with the dialect commonly used by ordinary people, made his work popular. Born in Thaliyolaparambu in Kottayam district as the eldest child of a timber businessman, Basheer, even from his childhood days, was attracted to Gandhian thoughts and ideologies. He participated in freedom struggles and was imprisoned, which also inspired his writings. The major literary contributions of this artistic genius include Paattumeyude Aadu, Balyakalasakhi, Madhilugal, Premaleganam, Anargha Nimisham, Bhumiyude Avakashigal, and so forth. Love, nature, humanity, poverty, and harsh realities of life all find their place in his works. The government of India awarded him the fourth highest civilian honor of the Padma Shri in 1982. He was also a recipient of the Kerala Sahitya Academy Fellowship and the Kerala State Film Award for Best Story. The Rightful Inheritors of the Earth, Bhumiyude Avakashigal, by Vaikom Basheer is a short narrative in which the author urges us to consider the other animals also as part of this wide earth, since they are rightful inheritors of the earth. Here we have a story which is an excerpt from the translation of Bhumiyude Avakashigal and tells us about a situation faced by the narrator and his wife after they started living in the newly bought house and surrounding land. Though the narrator was frustrated initially by the arrival of the intruders that seek to share his land and coconuts, his wife's action to remove the creatures made him rethink his ideas of owning a piece of land. The story concludes with the author's realization that the earth belongs not only to humans but also to God's creations. Let's move on to the story, The Rightful Inheritors of the Earth. When I became the owner of a tiny little piece of this wide earth, I felt very happy. It was a 2-acre plot with coconut palms and an old house where we could live. Those were the days when the price of coconuts was going up and I was in high spirits at the thought of the palms laden with coconuts. But then came the trespasses. The narrator became very happy when he owned a little piece of 2-acre land with a small house in between the coconut palms. In those days, the price of coconut was growing high, and the sight of palms filled with coconuts gave him pleasure. But everything got changed immediately. There came the intruders. They did not care about the fence we had put up at the boundary. Moreover, they did not seem to be at all afraid of my watchdog Shan. They did not seem to care for anyone in the world, not even the government. The trespassers, they did not care about the ownership of the land, and for anyone in the world, even the writer's watchdog Shan. The first arrivals were birds and butterflies, a wide variety of birds and so many butterflies. Perched on the boughs, the birds chirped on and on. The butterflies fluttered around in the courtyard, flashing their colors in the sunlight. Then came the crows, the raucous cawing and unbearable than the racket of other birds. But the worst was that they missed no chance to swoop down on our hens and chicks. The first visitors were a wide variety of birds and many butterflies. They enjoyed the beauty of the land. The butterflies flew around the courtyard and the birds chirped on and on. They enjoyed the freedom as if they were the real owners of the land. The next arrivals were the crows. The loud and harsh cry was irritating rather than the noise of other birds. Above all, they had an eye on the owner's hens and chicks. Next arrived were the hawks, birds that perched on our coconut palms. However, once they sat in higher places, their aims were just as low down in the dust. The hawks and the crows had the same agenda while they watched and waited. Nor were they alone. There were mongooses in the bamboo thicket, and there were foxes in the shrubs close by, ready to pounce on the hens. Then there were rats. Rats, of course, were found everywhere. Even as I wondered what right all these creatures had to be on my land, there arrived a fierce creature without paws or wings, a cobra. It stood before me, dignified, majestic, and would spread out. It hissed as if asking me what business I had on this land. Didn't it know that I was the new owner? The next visitors were the hawks. They sat on the coconut palm, same as the crows. They aimed at hens and chicks. They joined the mongooses. Then there were some more arrivals, such as bats and cobra. The narrator wondered by seeing the rise of these organisms had taken over his land. Once he felt the cobra questioned him over his right on the land. You had better leave my 2-acre land at once, I said. But then, where could it go? Hadn't the whole earth been taken over by man, bit by bit? The narrator asked the cobra to leave his land. At the same time, he realized that all organisms are the inheritors of earth. My wife said, The jackfruit has ripened. The squirrels and crows are feasting on it. The guavas and mangoes, birds and bats are eating up everything. Narrator's wife complained about right. These organisms took over the ripened fruits. But that is the beauty of it, I replied. God has created variety of things in this universe. Fruits, edible roots, grass, grain, flowers, water, air, warmth and light. Now, while we are the owners of this land, without a doubt, the birds, bees, reptiles and insects too have a right to these things just as we have. God has made them for all the creatures, and we had better remember that occasionally. But the narrator took it in an easy way by saying that it's the beauty and God has created all these things in this universe, not only for humans, but also for all organisms. Are you seeing rats have a right as well? My wife asked. They don't seem to think we humans have any. They go about as though the earth belongs to them, she said. His wife was not satisfied with his reply and asked if he was saying that rats have a right as well and animals behave like humans don't have any right over the earth. So we go around killing them. How sad that we kill rats to let our own life undisturbed. What we need is a new scientific way of living, a new way that helps us to live without killing any living creature. Anyway, I had no taste for killing rats or anything else. She asked him to kill the rats, but he didn't want to do it to satisfy their own life. He proposed a scientific way of living without killing any organism. While that was so, however, I had to do something soon about our coconuts. We needed them. They formed a part of our daily food. But what could I do? I wondered. While I was still wondering, my wife decided to take things into her own hands one day. She went shopping for 2 hours and bought many things. One was a large tin of rat poison. The poison was mixed with bananas, rice, tapioca and left everywhere in the compound. In 4 days, 5 hens, 12 squirrels, 200 rats and a cat disappeared. Even though he had to do something soon to protect their coconut. They needed it for their living. He started to think of it. While he was thinking, his wife decided to handle things in her own way. She went for a 2-hour shopping and bought many things, including a large tin of poison. She mixed up the poison with bananas, rice, tapioca and kept these everywhere in the compound. It resulted in the disappearance of 5 hens, 12 squirrels, and 200 rats, a cat too. But the tender coconuts went on falling. Everyone now accused the owls. They pecked at the tender coconuts. A few months later, however, the real culprits were found out, the bats. Still, the tender coconuts went on falling. Now everyone turned against the owls. But a few months later, the real culprits were found. They were the bats. After dusk, huge bats came in swarms and flew straight to the palms where the tender coconuts hung. Clinging to the outer coverings of the coconuts, they gnawed into them from the softest sides at the top. When they had cut through the kernel within, they sucked out the sweet, nourishing water stored inside and flew away satisfied. After dusk, they flew straight to the palms and clung to the outer coverings of the tender coconuts. They chewed the softest sides at the top. They cut through the central part and sucked out the sweet, healthy water. "Let's buy a gun," said my wife. "We can shoot the bats, the foxes, and the polecats with it." "Not me," I said. "The gun should never have been invented." Narrator's wife asked him to buy a gun to shoot the bats, foxes, and polecats. Narrator revealed his unwillingness by saying that the guns should never have been invented. But alas, a few days later, my wife's cousin turned up with a grim-looking gun. He said nearly 3,000 coconuts are destroyed every day. These bats are the pest. But there is no point in shooting bats down at the spot. On a little islet nearby stands an old temple. Next to it grow a pair of banyan trees. You can see at least 3,000 bats hanging on the twigs of the banyan trees. I'm going to kill them all. But a few days later, with the assistance of her cousin, she decided to go to the island where the bats lived. The cousin counted the loaves of coconut and expressed his readiness to finish the rats in a spirit of adventure. I prayed fervently, "Oh bats, bats, save your lives." The writer was quite against it, and he prayed for the bats, "Oh bats, save your lives." It was astonishing. It was a miracle the bats were saved. And it was amazing all the bats were saved. My wife and her cousin came back in about 2 hours' time, looking really scared. My wife said, "We just managed to escape narrowly. There are some houses around the temple." When we arrived at the place, 100 people with weapons surrounded us within minutes. They looked menacing. If we shot at the bats, they said they would kill us. Do you know why? They believe that bats are the souls of their ancestors. His wife and cousin came back in about 2 hours' time with pale faces. She said they just managed to escape narrowly from that island. When they arrived at the place, which was a holy place for the people who lived around the temple, the people came to attack them with weapons. She continued, if they had shot any of the bats, the people might have shot them too. They were looking scared. She added, those people believed that the bats were the souls of their ancestors. I took a decision then. I said firmly, bats are no ancestors of us, but they are among God's countless creations. Let the coconuts be destroyed. That doesn't matter. Let us be satisfied with what is left after they have taken their share. They certainly have a right to the coconuts. All living beings are the rightful inheritors of the earth. The writer listened to all these and took a decision. He said, bats were not our ancestors, but they were among God's countless creations. It doesn't matter that the coconut is being destroyed. He said the family members had to satisfy with what is left for them after the intruders had taken their share. He added, they also have a right to the coconuts. All living creatures are the rightful inheritors of the earth. The story concludes with the narrator saying that although bats cannot be considered as the reincarnation of our forefathers, they definitely have a right to reside on this earth. Questions and answers. Question number 1. At the beginning of the story, why did the narrator assume his future was secure? Answer. The narrator assumed his future was secure because he had become the owner of a plot of land with coconut palms. Second question. Who were the visitors to the farm? Crows, butterflies, foxes, mongooses, squirrels, monkeys, hawks, rats, bats, and a cobra were the visitors to the farm. Third question. What was the attitude of the visitors toward the dog? Visitors were not afraid of the watchdog and they moved around the land as they were the owners of the land. Fourth question. What was the complaint of the wife about squirrels and crows? She complained that the squirrels and crows were eating away jackfruit. Fifth question. Why couldn't the cobra go somewhere else? The cobra didn't have any other place to go because the man had modified the whole world according to his wish. Moreover, the whole universe belongs to all creatures. Sixth question. What was the narrator's reaction to his wife's suggestion of buying a gun? The narrator showed his opposition because he thought it was cruel to kill. He also wished the guns should not have been invented. Seventh question. How does the family tackle the problem of rats? The narrator's wife went for a 2-hour shopping and bought many things, including a large tin of rat poison. The poison was mixed with bananas, tapioca, rice, and these were left everywhere in the compound. Eighth question. Explain the effect of the poison used by the narrator's wife. 5 hens, 12 squirrels, 200 rats, and a cat were killed because of poisoning. Ninth question. Who was suspected of destroying the coconuts? Who were the real culprits? The family suspected the owls were destroying coconuts, but bats were the real culprits. 10th question. Why did the narrator's wife and cousin return scared? They went to kill the bats, but they were surrounded by a group of people with weapons. The villagers said that they would kill them if they shoot any of the bats, since they considered the bats as the souls of their ancestors. They were frightened and came back. 11th question. What did the narrator eventually decide about the birds and animals on his farm? Why? He decided to let them destroy the coconuts because they also had the right to own coconuts. He believes all living creatures are the rightful inheritors of the earth. 12th question. What do you understand by the term inheritors? The meaning of the word inheritor is an heir or recipient. All the creatures have the right to own earth. Here all living organisms are the rightful inheritors of the earth. Thank you.